Come on in, welcome to my home. Today we are going to talk about everything that I learned from 2020 about my house. And there's quite a bit to think about. I mean, let's face it, 2020 was a very, very unusual year. A year where most of us spent most of our time at home, and we learned some things about our houses. I don't know if you did, but I know I did. And one of the first things that I learned is, well, and I've said this before, it's my house. When you spend a lot of time at your house, you need to make sure that it is really your house, like it's set up for you and how you need things to be set up in. That came blatantly obvious early on, say about March, when I realized that my house was set up so that guests who came in could be really comfortable, but I didn't necessarily have things set up for just me, and this was just me. Mom, who was my next door neighbor, did come over occasionally, but it was one of those great things where I looked around my house and I said, you know, if I'm here all by myself all the time, guess what? It needs to be comfortable. The chairs need to be in certain spots. I even flipped some furniture around later on in the game because the stuff that I needed to be accessed from drawers, and, well, it wasn't. Why do we do that? The other thing I learned is, like, a lot of things, everything, needs to have a home. It was really easy at the beginning to fall into the whole, well, I'll just put it away later, and then later never came, and things started piling up. Well, no, it needed to have a home. And I also needed to think about, you know, what do I need to get versus what do I not need to get? How often do I need to clean things versus how often I don't need to clean things? When you rarely leave your house, or when you do, you leave it in a limited capacity, your house doesn't get as dirty as it normally does when a lot of people come over. So your cleaning habits, my cleaning habits, I know, did change quite a bit. I learned that, you know, things in places needed to be in places where I actually use them. Not in places that made it convenient for other people, but places that made it convenient for me. Another thing to think about is, do you have stuff in your house that you actually like? Or was it all about making it so it looked nice for guests? Well, when the guests never came, did it look nice for you? Yes? No? Maybe? I mean, hopefully you have worked a lot of these things out now, but the whole idea is you want to make it so that your house is your house, so that you are displaying things which make you happy, not necessarily things that are out there to be displayed for other people, because even if you have people visit you a lot, it's still 365 days in a year. This year, last year was 366. But out of those 365 days a year, if you have people every weekend, that is still only 104 days. The other days are your days. Your house needs to be for you. So set it up. That's the big thing that I can honestly say. The thing that I learned the most out of 2020. Your house needs to be for you, it needs to be comfortable for you, the thermostat needs to be set for you, the lights, the decorations, everything needs to be set up just for you. Then worry about setting it up for other people. So yeah, that's the one big thing that I learned from 2020. My house is my house, your house should be your house, and I am no longer going to worry about what somebody who does not live in my house says that my house should be set up like. No, they can give me suggestions on what works for them. I might be able to try it out, but it might not work for me. And if they don't want shag carpets on my walls, cool. As soon as they start paying my rent, paying my utilities, and buying me things, they can tell me what they think that I should do more, what I should and shouldn't do. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about being in style, on trend. Worry about what you like. It is, after all, your house. And also think about the fact that if you want to change things, but it's going to become really expensive to change really big items versus putting out a new throw pillow. Yeah, there you go. So that is what I learned from 2020. I hope that this video helped you think about your house, and we're going to talk a lot about this later on because I have a whole new idea coming up for you. I hope I get to see you. Tell me what you think about this, and I hope I get to see you again next time.